Live. Live and back again. Hey everybody. Here at Vega Intelligent Solutions. I'm Brian Carter, CEO and founder. We got Ryan back with us, our data scientist, lead developer. Welcome back. Welcome back, my friend.
How you doing? Doing great, man.
I'm good, man. I'm feeling good, excited about everything going on right now. We got a lot to cover tonight.
It's great.
We've got some announcements to make. We've got some new features to go over, some advances in our development here. So good to have everybody join us on stream. Hello, welcome again back to a stream, and thanks to the newcomers for joining us. So this week we got the beards growing a week later, right? This is gonna be a thing, man. Mine's getting pretty good.
Mine's not as gray as yours.
Yeah, that's what she said. Hey man, I'm thinking
You're
about
watching The Office too much.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. But man, yeah, it's growing in thick over here in my world. I may make a little bit of a publicity stunt. I'd say right now on stream, and to all the viewers and all the Vega community, I'm willing to keep this beard going if you want me to, until we release a full product of what we're doing over here in Vega. How's that sound? You guys
Going hipster on us.
Yeah. Hey, don't even compare me to the hipster crowd, my friend. That's a no. That's a no, thank you. No,
I apologize.
Yeah, I'll think about whether I'll forgive you for that one. But yeah, we got I could do it. Are you willing to do it? Will you keep the beard until we release a full product, Ryan? I don't even think.
Maybe a homeless person.
Keep it growing. Keep it coming, man. Awesome. Let's see here. We'll make sure that we get some people in for the stream. We'll go over the announcements here. Give me 1 second. All right. So announcements. So let's start things off by talking about getting listed on exchanges. Vega token, ERC20 token, standard ERC20. We're now listed on 2 exchanges and a third one up and coming. We got YoBit, we got Wandex, and Fork Delta. I just heard back from Fork Delta, and we should be listed on there here pretty soon. I would recommend using My Ether Wallet or MetaMask if you're going with the web wallet. It's fairly easy, fairly simple to navigate through. We got a new team member. This is another announcement to make. Our new director of operations is Amy Skogstrom, and she's going to be joining us. I'll be introducing her. She'll join some streams in the future. I'm excited about that. I mean, she's got some great experience, some amazing work experience, probably more so than anybody else that we've been looking at, and this is she's going to keep us on task, directing the operations, keeping the project going into the future. So I'm excited about having her on. I'll introduce you guys to her. Let's see. 2 streams going on this week. So we're doing one right now. We'll talk about what the schedule is for this stream. But we'll have another one this week as well, touching on tax and reporting made easy, the application that we developed a while ago for people to use on different exchanges and reporting those trades from different exchanges. A lot going on right now in the news about reporting that to the IRS and keeping within SEC regulations. So we'll hit on that. I'm going to walk people through that in the future stream. Another one that we're setting up is your MetaTrader walkthrough, instructions on how to do that. Ryan's probably going to join us for that one. You'll probably go through how people can set up their MetaTrader terminal, right?
Yeah, I'll probably take the whole stream.
Probably. That will definitely be a good one to go through, so that people can start making their own automated trades using demo accounts, test tokens, Bitcoin, testnet stuff. So very excited about that. Let's see, we've got a Medium post this week. I know that a lot of you wanted to see in detail the Ichimoku trading strategies, some other ones that we're going to be using for our automated trading system. That application that we're releasing soon and that we're currently working on. So we'll have some dev updates from there. Official GitHub release is going to be tomorrow with the latest code and instructions from what we have so far. So excited about that. But anyways, so we've been busy. We're working every day. You know, we're here every day. You know, not a lot of other people out there in the industry can say something like that. So I'm, you know, I appreciate your time, Ryan. And I hope that the people out there in the community appreciates us, you know, going on this every day, doing streams once or twice a week, keeping people updated and engaged. That's what we're working towards. So without further ado, let's talk about the last stream. We hit on the last stream, touch base on the automated trading with Telegram, through Telegram, talking with our Vega AI bot, and actually showing some test trades on the terminal. So if you want to catch that, you can look back at our old other stream, our last stream on YouTube, and see the walkthrough on that. So
we can do more on the next one too.
For sure. Yeah, like I said, I think we're going to go through a walkthrough with you on how people can set that up on their local home clouds and get that going. So very cool stuff. So what are we going to talk about tonight, Ryan? What's our plan?
Just high level new features for a product called Vega's Market Watcher.
Awesome.
We'll go over the first expanded report. Last time we only showed about 3 coins. This one will show 90 coin pairs like BTC to USD, ETH to USD, etc.
Okay.
Then we'll talk about some research I've been doing on order books, and I'll show the first exchange, which is Poloniex. They have a public API that I could pull from.
Okay.
And we'll talk about some of the future stuff that we're going to be working on. Then we'll quickly go over the Vega tax reports made easy.
Okay. Yeah, with it being that time of the year, we just wanted to touch base on that, and I'll do a walkthrough on people setting that up this week for a second stream. So cool. Let's start out by looking at the Vega Market Watcher, something that we've been working on to kind of display something similar to CoinMarketCap, but do it better at a way higher level, and aggregate data from multiple exchanges. Take the use case where you're going to different exchanges to gain different information, or different sites, different listing sites. You know, we're bringing all this into one place, because I know that I get aggravated trying to go out to all the.
It's all over the place.
All over the place.
Like some APIs have some information, some restrict it.
Right.
Like order book data is a good example.
Right. So this is going to be something similar, something that live updates. Let's go ahead and jump into that. Show us what you got there, Ryan.
Okay, so the first window you see is the order book data under Vega Market Watcher.
Okay.
This is the first use case of a from and a to. In this case, it's Bitcoin to Ethereum. with a market depth of 10 and the exchange of Poloniex.
Okay.
And I've set a timer that updates every 10 seconds at the moment. If you notice, the data is changing.
Right.
You know, without refreshing.
So every 10 seconds, this thing is updating from
Right.
the order book off Poloniex.
When we release it, I'm going to give the user the ability to set their own refresh rate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you know anything about order book data, it can vary wildly. Like if you see some of these numbers here. So I'm going to jump over to the exchange data report, and then I'll go through the code for each one of these.
Okay. And why I think the order book data is very important is we don't see this currently on CoinMarketCap or Live Coin
Right.
Watch. And, you know, you could have a small market cap, like I said, or a large market cap, but not a whole lot going on in the order book in depth. And
Right.
I think it's important to see that kind of volume being exchanged, see what's out there, especially on the bid side. And, you know, there's a lot that we can do with this, which we'll get into. But, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the exchange listing data there on the Market Watcher.
So last time we only showed about 5 coins.
Right.
On this iteration, I got it to list 99 coins, each one with USD.
99 coins, but a 8-1. I'm going to get Jay-Z on me here. Yeah.
So the next iteration, I'm going to expand on this and give the user the ability to select what they want.
Right. Okay.
Okay. What you see here is like an overall aggregated price from various exchanges. CoinMarketCap makes it hard to get, you know, exchange data as far as I know.
Right. Just their APIs are kind of limited.
Right. All right. So I'm going to hop over to the code for the order book data.
Okay. Yeah, let's show that. So show us how you're pulling this in from Live Exchange.
So I've started to refactor the client side into Angular 5 because they have a lot of built-in observable patterns that you can use.
So the observables are the push and pull kind of models that they've automated in Angular 5. It's its own piece of it's its own kind of tool that you can use with Angular 5 compared to some of the
It's pretty
others.
slick.
It is, absolutely.
So let's see what you're seeing here is a order data service that I created. It's basically like a wrapper that will pull data from Poloniex, but I can expand on this to make it dynamic.
Right.
To like point to any any exchange that the user has access to.
Okay.
So what I had to do was create my own model to make it easy to work with. So I have a from coin, a to coin, an exchange property, asks, and a bids, and I put this data in here to show the user for demo purposes, show what the data actually looks like.
Right. So people can just see that. Obviously, this is just initializing the data.
Right.
It populates itself and updates itself. Right. Yeah.
So if you see this method called get, I'm passing in the URL. It maps the response.
Okay.
So the data coming back from them is just like raw JSON, and they don't actually have some of these other properties that I had to create. The only thing they have are the asks and the bids.
Okay.
And the sequence number, which I can use to tell if something has changed. So think of this data service as like a container class that I can like make requests to.
Okay. Right.
So the way Angular works is you can create components and test them independently. So if you this line of code first initializes the object that we're displaying, and then I'm using the built-in subscription model that they have to run an update every 10 seconds.
Okay.
If you notice where my cursor is.
Right, up there over the observable
Right.
timer. Yep. Milliseconds.
And that's what allows us to have this update automatically.
Okay.
Without doing anything.
Very cool.
So it's pretty cool. It's awesome.
Yeah. So for the users running this on their local, which they will, and we'll have this on the website as well. Do they need to have some kind of subscription with Poloniex to pull this, or is this all public?
In this case, this is their public API.
Okay. Very good. So that makes it easier on us as well.
Of course. Okay, so let's see. So I have plans to improve the code on this.
Okay.
I'm going to give the user the ability to select their coins. So.
Sure.
But for demo purposes, this is enough.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. So we'll be releasing this into the GitHub officially tomorrow, so that you guys can play around with it as well. Even contribute to the code. If you want to put out a pull request out there, you're more than welcome to. So that's exciting stuff. Now let's talk a little bit about the front end. If you go back to that and what we want to do with this. Now this is interesting. So this is a work in progress. We're going to have definitely a theme and some style sheets here to make it look all pretty. But I want to talk a little bit about the functionality, because that's what we're grabbing right now as the foundation for this. So the important part about this is the live update, like you said, the observers that we're using in Angular, and to be able to push and pull this on a very frequent basis. So we've seen this similar behavior in Live Coin Watch, actually. If you go to Live Coin Watch and see what they have over there modeled. What they do not have, what I haven't seen yet, is something like this aggregated order book. And this is very useful information to have underneath each coin pair, each coin in general. And there's several things that we can do here. Three things that I want to do. One is putting the order book data underneath each of these coins and create a coin pair order book for each coin pair as kind of a drop down. If you look back at the exchange data there as a drop down. So that's one thing that I want to have underneath each one of these. The next plan is to have some charts as well being pulled from different places like TradingView, Poloniex, Kraken, Yobit, anywhere that we can start pulling those graphs and those charts with some customization there. So that will be interesting to pull in. The next thing is arbitrage, and knowing what exchanges these are coming from the order book, and being able to choose, okay, the user will have a little space where they can submit their own request out there for either a buy or an ask. And maybe that be buy one Bitcoin or sell one Bitcoin. As soon as that comes back, it will give them the exchange and where is the best exchange for them to make that, and a link to that place in the order book where they can see that.
And that's where the AI part can come into play as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we could do that through
you
Telegram.
Right.
But
you can make decisions on the order book as well.
Right.
So
find the optimal
possibilities
place.
are endless on this.
Absolutely. Find the optimal place to make that trade and transaction. Another thing that we're going to bring in is something called a composite score, which we haven't implemented yet, but we've been coming up with some algorithms for that. And what is the composite score? Basically to give you a bit of the risk compared to the volume, market cap, and order book, including all these into, for each coin, including that all into a single score that gives you a bit of a sentiment on what the market's doing there. So we're working on that. We've been pulling some data from Crypto Compare, right? And we're looking at ICO rating is another, ICOrating.com is another site that we're looking to pull some scores into to weight that. But
yeah, CryptoCompare has a much broader set of APIs that you can utilize.
right. So
And they
I
allow,
think a lot of people
they
use
publish
them.
it for free.
Yeah, which is absolutely great for us because we can, we
Right.
can get some talks and initial discussion going with them.
The difference with us, I guess, is we're trying to build intelligence into it. Like CryptoCompare, for example, is just like the raw data.
Right.
They're not doing any like AI, or it's just like a huge aggregated data source.
Right. Which is good for us because then we can just leverage
Right.
that to build upon our own models
Right.
with our AI. So, awesome, man. I'm excited about this. I think that this is going to hit home for a lot of people that have use cases out there with
Right.
the same problems that I run into every day.
And since I chose Angular for this part,
Uh-huh.
the way that it's designed is I can build all these components and test them independently.
Mm-hmm.
And I can do like a parent-child relationship, like with a report. Like this could be the parent, and then the request goes down to the child, for example. Like if I click this, then the market data can like show up like a little plus sign, like plus or minus sign.
Sure, just expandable. There's something that
Right.
can expand. Yeah, for sure. So, excellent, man. I mean, we're about 2 weeks into this project, and I could say that we're about halfway there, to be honest. I mean, we'll get more coins listed here, but we're about halfway there off, using just a handful of exchanges. Obviously, we're going to aggregate more data from many more exchanges, which, it'll be more of a long-term what we keep bringing in onto our own site, but we're going to have our own place, all-in-one solution here for people to use, and I think
That's where we're going.
we'll see some of these other ones just kind of get weeded out, and Vega will be on top as a good central place to get this information.
I could see how this would be confusing for the average trader.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like where do you start?
Yeah. I mean, even experienced, I run into this stuff every day.
Yeah.
I got this site open, I've got CryptoCompare open. I'm just in so many different places. Why the hell am I doing that, man?
Right.
Please put this all in one place. So I'm excited about it. Interesting stuff. So it's good to see the progress on this develop. As I said, we'll get into this more next week and show some more progress on it. So let's touch base again. It's April's coming up. We've got people that from last year that have made many exchanges on different exchanges, many transactions. They have reports coming back from the government. Your 10, is it 1099, 1098? Which one is it? They're 8949. Sorry, 1099 is the document that comes that we create. So 8949 is what you get back from the government on maybe like Coinbase, I think. And I just want to go back over this because the deadline is coming up. People don't know what to expect or what to be doing or how to organize everything into one single general ledger and report one single tax document. So, Ryan, can you walk us back through this again?
Yeah, sure. Essentially, the user can submit their transactions, which look like this.
Okay, so simple.
For example, I have 3 buys and then a sell of 2.
Right.
And I acquired them in 2017, but I sold them in 2018.
So this is the format similar to what Poloniex delivers in
Right.
a CSV file. You can export it out from like Poloniex into that. Okay.
So, so like what you see here is the first in, first out for 2018.
Okay.
and you see the 4 transactions loaded,
Okay.
and then you see the estimated long-term gains and long-term tax.
Short-term gains as losses, if that was there as well.
Right. So if I had a record in here, and I acquired it in 2018, I would see short-term tax.
Right. So I love how we're also capturing the fees as well, the volume and everything in the transaction history above, because, you know, with high frequency traders, as much as we all trade in crypto, fees are something that are definitely need to be reported within the tax forms as well. Do we have so this is a simple drag and drop. If you go back, you got the order book data. Okay, if you go back, so we can drag and drop here. We can choose multiple files, and this is a done deal. This is a done product that we release for free. You can drag and drop these transactions in here, process them using either FIFO or LIFO, first in, first out, or last in, first out.
Correct.
You click process the files, basically, right?
Right.
And it gives you what we see below. It also spits out a general ledger CSV that combines, consolidates all those files into one, but we also get the government form. Do you have the government form available to show? Or?
1 second.
But it also spits this out into a government form for you guys that you can give to your accountant, and they can tell you, okay, this is the government form, like a rough draft, and it looks like you've claimed everything properly. Now let me talk about what's going on right now in the media, because I know that there was something just recently released. It was like a forewarning from the IRS and SEC. There's a little bit of gray area of what users need to be reporting, and I want to touch on that a little bit. You know, I've been working in tax and accounting for 6 years. Ryan's been working in it for several years as well. So a little bit of our expertise. One of the warnings that just came out was the SEC, the IRS said that you need to be claiming all of your exchanges, especially those into fiat that are happening from those exchanges, because there's a $250,000. You know, they threw this out there in big letters, $250,000 fine in the U.S. for those that aren't claiming them. Now, this is not just, you know, Coinbase. They definitely are tracking on some of the bigger exchanges right now. So be very wary of what you're doing. And I would say right now, this year, with everything going on, just claim what you got out there, being exchanged on the larger ones. You know, your over-the-counter transactions are going from one wallet to another. They say that they want that. I'll be honest, I don't see why that should be reported, but it is a gray area right now, going from one wallet to another. Well, is that really a gain or loss? No, you're just transferring coins, in my opinion. Some of these decentralized exchanges are interesting too. I honestly don't know. We would have to get a legal person on maybe a stream for that, but you know, what I'm seeing is if you're on the larger ones right now, definitely be reporting your gains and losses.
Because they're starting to audit. They're starting to audit every single one of them.
Definitely. And the other things that you need to be very careful auditing or careful claiming is, you know, we've got BitPay out there. We've got people using Visa cards with Bitcoin. There are ATMs out there that are all over where you can withdraw and deposit cash for Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin. You guys need to be tracking those as well. And I'll tell you why. Some of you may or may not know this. There are video cameras on every one of those ATMs. Let's take, what is it, Genesis, for example, is one of the ATM machines. Cooper, hush. Anyway, so, sorry about my dog. So those ATMs...
He's excited about this.
Is he? Because I'm not. But anyway. So, Cooper. Knock it off. One of the ATMs that are out there right now. Now, these have video cameras on it. They are taking pictures of you. Whether you use a different phone number or not, it doesn't matter. They are tracking it. And actually, if the government comes in for an audit and asks them for some information, they're obligated to release it, actually. But, you know, some of them don't release anything, but others, you know, I've confirmed with do. So definitely watch out for that. But I wanted to touch base on this, especially this time of the year. Make sure you're doing everything properly, and you know, be careful about what you claim. So anyway, we've got this program here for you. This application for taxes and reports made easy, and just wanted to hit on that. We're going to release another stream on how you use this in depth and run it on your own home machine later this week. So yeah. Anyway, Ryan, I think that pretty much covers our stream this time. We've got a future stream to talk about Ichimoku trading strategies and get back to the Telegram app where you can make trades on MetaTrader and SimpleFX. So
yep,
we'll look forward to seeing that, how you set that up, set up your own trading terminal. So excited for that. Great to have you again, Ryan.
Thank you.
And thanks for everybody here that joined us today. We'll be reposting this video for everybody to check out here very soon tonight. Anyway, us here at Vega, thanks again. Appreciate your time, love, and support. And make sure you like and subscribe. Check out our social media links below. And take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. All right. Thanks.